can stop a god.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Vecna, Eve of Ruin, here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly. I use he and him, and folks, it is another night of Vecna here on Dork Tales. I am very excited to be back here after I guess not a hugely prolonged absence, but after skipping a week for the holidays, it feels really good to be back in the saddle. And strangely enough, we are hopping in with episode 5, The Wizards 3, which almost is another first episode. So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. This is a good place to actually start the campaign. All you need to know is that the characters all united together to stop a cult of Vecna and were somehow arcanely linked to him as they disrupted a ritual. That's not going to be important. It's not going to come up later, I'm sure. But before we begin, we should probably say hello to the cast. Let's start with Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Rosie Thistledrop, our artillerist artificer. But I'm in only like half outfit because it is fucking hot here.
Yeah.
And I am melting. And I was not going to wear a wig and a bunch of makeup on top of my melting face. So you get the outfit at least, but nothing else. Because I am just boiling. It is awful.
Yeah. The part of Canada that doesn't have air conditioning.
Yep. And as it gets later in the evening, as the sun starts going down, it starts hitting my windows, which heats up this room in particular. So at this time of night, it gets much hotter in here. But I have a fan on me, so I'm hoping that I will stay comfortable. But yeah, it is pretty warm.
You have lots of fans. You know who else has lots of fans? It's Robin. Hi, Robin.
Hi, hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does my character Lir'wen, our Way of the Astral Self Moon Elf monk, who also, uses she, her pronouns. And I'm in part of Canada that's really hot, but I have air conditioning, so it's nice.
Right.
It's real nice. It's real nice. And super excited to be back. I was not feeling great last game, so I didn't have the tattoos on, I think, with Lir'wen. So I'm happy to kind of be back.
Hey, it's good to have you back. It's also good to have Chris back.
Me? It's great to be here. Hi, I'm Chris. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns, and really excited to be here. I've been looking forward to this since last time we played. Love gaming with this group and being here tonight. And I am playing Gaunt, the reborn Hexblade Warlock, and I'm ready to go shopping? Or whatever it is we're doing.
We're doing a lot tonight, but we're going to find out what that is in just a moment. But first, we have to check in with Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Imogen, our human fighter with the smash and the extra attacks.
We love it. All right. And of course, also joining us today is our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. Hey, Bookwyrm Games is a fantastic sponsor, and we could not be happier to have them. They are a fantastic proprietor of dice and all manner of accoutrements. If you need dice, if you need friends, if you need dice to roll with your friends, go to bookwyrmgames.com and use code DorkTales to save 15%. They have a ton of great stuff there, like dice. When I'm talking about dice, folks, I'm talking about, have you ever heard about wooden dice? Wooden dice. You can't beat that. I'm actually going to be using wooden dice against the players tonight. They're great. They're lightweight, and mine are striped. They're really cool. But they also have...
I would raise you. What's better than wooden dice? Gemstone dice.
Do you have gemstone dice to use against me?
No,
What about
but I'm just
edible
saying
dice?
Edible
Brother.
dice, you can get those too. So many different things. And I just realized
Dice that I made are better than wooden dice for me.
this is true.
Could you stake a vampire through the heart with your wooden D4?
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
Might be a little
I,
difficult. You might need to put it on something to.
Bookwyrm Games is a fantastic sponsor, and we are very happy to have them with us on this journey. And folks, the journey is going to proceed even further this autumn in quarter 3 or 4 as they publish their first book of adventures. And hey, you might recognize some of the authors because I'm one of them. And that reminds me, I have to finish 3 modules this month, which I've got them all blueprinted. I've got most of them started. I just need to sit down and actually finish the fight. They're really, actually really good. And I think you're going to love them. I am very excited for this. So if you want to find all manner of adventures, if you want possessed puppets, well, it's more of a doll. If you want blink mutts, and if you want brain-stealing pirates, you definitely want to play my adventures. And hey, bug Bookwyrm, see if they'll sponsor an actual play of all of my modules on the channel. You never know. But that is our sponsor for tonight. Thank you so much, Bookwyrm, for sticking with us throughout all this time. We love you big much. And if you go and spend 100 Canadian dollars, you get free worldwide shipping there. So whether or not you're on the high seas playing your D&Ds, or you are down in, like, I don't know, Australia, you can get free shipping from Canada for just 100 Canadian bucks, which is like, I don't know the exchange rate right now, but it's like 70 US. It's really not very much at all. So consider it. And go to bookwyrmgames.com today. Use code DorkTales to save 15%. That's me. Does anybody have any questions about what happened last episode?
Can you remind us what happened last episode?
Oh boy, can I?
Made a Swiss cheese.
Oh, that's fine. Last episode, you all got teleported into the city of Evernight in the Shadowfell. You traveled to the city of Evernight, or were teleported to the city of Evernight, where you found yourself in the Shadowfell. There, you discovered that in order to get back to Neverwinter, you would have to find basically a crack in reality, a place that is particularly well guarded and coveted by those who know of such things. Well, it just happened to be that there was one in an ancient mausoleum. You fought your way down, had a pleasant conversation with a ghost, and then defeated a sorrow spawn, a crazed undead sorrow sworn. A crazed undead from a once mortal family that had been shunted into the Shadowfell. From there, you made it back, returned to where you had been hired by Lord Neverember, and were rewarded. And each of you were given your prize. A spacious villa inside of the city of Neverwinter. And time passed. In fact, months have passed. Many months. It has been 1 year and 2 months since last game. And each of you have gone your separate ways. What once was a brief party is now scattered as you perform whatever quests, whatever duties, whatever adventures you are eventually drawn on. And before we begin, does anybody have any final questions? Perfect. Then in that case, we begin with the sound of thunder and lightning. The sky crackles. It blisters with hot white light. An ancient stone building looms hundreds and hundreds of feet above the ground, suspended in mid-air by thick cumulus clouds. Imogen, you find yourself standing on one side of a portcullis, looking out over bloodied sands. Occasionally, bolts of lightning will shatter the stillness, cracking into the sand of the Colosseum in front of you, turning it to glass. As you are there, watching, you see a fight in front of you. It's very fun to behold. A small halfling hurls himself repeatedly, again and again, using similar techniques to one of your friends, actually. Well, one of your former allies. You see the same type of technique that the elf Lir'wen used, pulling out fist after fist of ethereal power, summoning an inner creature to do battle on his behalf. But in the end, the woman, wielding a baleful maul, is too much. And the small brown-haired halfling is knocked to the ground. A bell is rung, and as the rain buffets down, they carry him out of the arena. In the imperial seating, you see Krykos, the storm giant holding this championship, laugh and drink deeply from whatever sky fruit-based wine he sups upon today. The portcullis opens as these little imp-like creatures carry the halfling in on a stretcher. They drop him down next to you, give you a look. Are you about ready to go in? It's almost your turn.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, well, here's hoping you do better than Wanderfoot here.
You did well.
Like, thanks, Imogen. The halfling reaches out with a shaky hand. Can you pass me that cinnamon roll?
Yeah, she'll pass the cinnamon roll.
There's a cinnamon roll sticking out of a halfling's pack there at the inside of this, what is more or less a green room. You pass it over, and through the blood and chipped teeth, the halfling is going to say, thanks.
Keep your energy up.
Oh yeah, go. She's weak on the left.
Good to know.
And with that, a massive gong sounds. And can I get you to roll initiative, please?
Yes, indeed. That is dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20. By the power of Bane. Oh, nope, I was not able to do it. Okay, I only have an 18. So, with that, Imogen, you are going to hear a voice echo out. Next up against Wardren, the Priestess of Bane, we have Imogen! Some of the crowd cheer, some of them boo, and as you step out onto the bloody, blistered ground, you can see this woman in front of you. She is tall with deeply scarred and slightly tanned skin beneath a helm shaped like a clutching fist. She is holding a mace that is made of curved, spiraling, corkscrewing metal. She points it at you as you step out, and you can hear her voice boom over the crowd. By the lash of Bane, I will see you felled.
Good luck with that.
All right, what do you do?
First of all, what are the rules to this Coliseum? Am I able to use all of my own weaponry?
You're able to use all of your own weaponry. She sure as hell is.
Is it, is this essentially fight to death / the first like falling kind of thing.
Fight to the death / surrender.
Cool. In that case, I will head in and attempt to attack on her left because, yeah.
All right, so Rishley will have given you advantage on this first attack. Give me an attack.
Cool. Well, we'll see if advantage didn't help. Okay, cool. But that is still a 29.
29 is an absolute hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
I'm just gonna roll my second attack first because I have I have 2 extra attacks. So, I actually have that's 2 extra attacks. I have 3 attacks now.
You have 3 attacks now, and an action surge.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, we'll see what happens with action surge. So that was a 19 and then a 23.
Those are all 3 going to be hits. Roll me damage.
Nice. Excellent. 5. Oh, good. Math. Easy math. Is 39 radiant.
Okay,
39 radiant, which does not do extra damage to her. So.
Perfect. 39 radiant. You are going to lash out. Your blade strikes, piercing the side of her armor. She lets out a grunt of pain and is going to clutch down on her mace, preparing to smite. Do you do anything? Do you bonus action? Any?
I am not going to bonus action, and I'm going to save my action surge for right now.
All right, that sounds great. So first of all, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm real good at this. Oh, actually, I rolled well. That's an 18.
That's an 18. Okay. So a gout of holy light is going to explode up in your face, but you're used to this, especially from those claws that you've taken. You're used to shielding your face now. You block the blinding light out and are only going to take 7 points of radiant damage as it strikes you. You will not be blinded. And she is going to grunt and take this opportunity to make 2 attacks on you.
Cool.
Ooh, I don't think one of them hit. I have a 16 and a 21.
Neither hit.
Oh, that sucks. All right, she whirls toward you with her maul. The first one is going to go wide, and you are going to be able just to step back. It misses about a foot in front of your throat. The next one is going to slam down and you're using a shield, right?
That's the only reason why that 21 didn't hit, yes.
And it is going to land on the side of your shield right next to your face with an echoing kabong, giving you just enough time to slowly lower the shield and grin. It's your turn.
All right, let's go in again with many attacks.
Many attacks.
Geez, that's a 30.
Shit. Okay.
That's another 30. I just rolled 2 18s in a row.
I should have thrown you up against the cloud giant. God.
That's a that's a crit. That's a crit.
Oh my
crit
god.
on 1920.
Oh god. Because you're a champion. Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay, give it to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. 4, 9. And I doubled dice, right?
You double dice, yeah.
Okay.
And that's all dice. So even the extra radiant damage that it does, any dice
Well, it
at all.
doesn't do extra radiant damage.
Oh
to
yeah,
her,
that's only done dead. She's not dead yet.
Yeah. Okay. 42 radiant.
Holy crap. She is absolutely bloodied at this point. You can see that this... So what does the crit look like? You slash once, probably across one of her thighs, twice across one of her arms. What does that crit hit?
I think that crit is more of a stab. Like,
So
it's a straight stab to the gut.
oh, like all lightsaber combat these days.
Yeah.
Right into the gut. She's going to grunt at you. You can see rage filling her normally quite pretty eyes, just completely boiling over, the blue almost turning to red. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Imogen has a bit of a manic smile and does not action surge because she wants to see if this bitch can actually hit her.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use Holy Flare again. So go ahead and make me another Wisdom save.
That's only a 15.
15 is just enough, unfortunately, for me. So there's another flare in your face. You are going to do me a favor, take 7 more points of radiant damage. However, she is going to lean in at that point and is going to be throwing a 23 and a 24.
Both hit.
The first one is going to do, now you don't have any resistances, right?
I do have resistances. I have force resistance armor.
Okay.
And I have, and because I have heavy armor master, I reduce damage by 3.
Okay. So you are going to take. I'm going to give you the total, but it's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning, 12 points of radiant. So that's going to be 18 points of damage total. And then her her second hit is going to be real bad. That's going to be 9 and 9, so a total of 15.
Okay, cool.
And then she is going to raise her hand and heal herself with her bonus action for 11. That's going to help. Okay, that is her turn.
Cool. So yeah, as Chad has asked, you have now brought me below 100 hit points, but only just. So, so I think it's time that I hit real hard back.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. That's. So my first roll was an 18, which makes that a 30. My second roll was a nat 20, because fuck you. My third roll was an 8, which is a 20.
All right, give me your 4 damage, or your 4 sets of damage. Oh god. Oh god. I'm glad I healed myself for 11.
$48 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So how does this look? Because you slice her real good.
These are the only good rolls I'm getting all session. I'm
Perhaps.
pretty sure. Yeah, I think that Imogen's manic smile gets a little bigger as she takes this damage, and she, spits a little bit of blood onto the still bloody sand, and then just comes in with 3 really quick attacks in succession that basically, I didn't say I was doing non-lethal, and it's a Sunblade, so fuck this woman. It's basically slicing her like a loaf of bread. Just
okay. There is no blood from this. How could there be? The Sunblade rips through her gut. It rips through her chest, her legs, gouges out one of her eyes, and she's going to tumble back, her maul catching in the ground as she stands with a quivering thigh, just raising herself back up. What do you do?
I'm gonna hold out my blade and say, yield.
Make me an intimidation roll. Or persuasion, whichever you feel is appropriate.
Can I make an intimidation roll based on strength instead of my charisma?
Yes, in this case, you absolutely can. Yes, because of this, you absolutely can.
That's a 18.
Okay, let me just do a little roll. Fine. I yield. And she will
Good
take
fight.
us. For you, perhaps. And she's going to just sink down to her feet, down to her knees, and you're going to hear like the drawbridge open again and the whoop, 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 whoop of those imps as they come over and grab her, as she's carried away with 1 hit point remaining.
Yeah.
The crowd is going to erupt, and above you are going to hear the sound of,
Well, that was quite a show.
a voice booms down from the winner's circle.
Well then, well met, Imogen, Lady of the Void.
There is a horrible creaking noise that sounds like groaning wood as the cloud giant Krykos stands up. You can hear this emanating from his knees. His skin is a vibrant blue, almost like a periwinkle. And he is wearing not much more than a very, very silken toga that looks like it was crafted from water itself. He stands from the Emperor's chair and takes a step out, his tremendous foot, the size of you, dangling over this expanse. But as he does, a small cumulus cloud is going to just puff underneath his foot. And slowly, he is going to start stepping down into the arena, forming a stairway of clouds as he descends.
Well, you've made it through, 1, 2, 3, several rounds. Well,
I have.
I am very happy to hereby bequeath to you your prize! Cumulos!
He raises a hand, and an air genasi is going to flitter over on little winged sandals, carrying a cushion with a small ivory box atop of it.
All those assembled here, thank you for the blood you have spilled to keep us entertained. And here you are, the deck of many things.
Cumulos, the genasi, kneels in front of you and holds up the pillow. What do you do?
Did I know going into this that this was the prize, just out of curiosity?
Would you have gone in knowing that was the prize?
I was trying to debate that. Because I don't know if she would have.
Well, then say you wouldn't.
Okay, cool.
You just knew there was a fighting tournament with a huge prize.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Is this then like a... Basically, like you described the box and whatnot, but is it like that I'm going to open the box and there's going to be a deck and I'm going to draw from it, basically? Or...
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, now everybody's watching me, so it can't be much worse than before. And I'll draw.
Okay, opening. You are going to look inside and see a deck of cards there. Can you do me a favor and make me a perception roll?
Okay. Perception.
The cards lying in that box are made of gilded gold leaf. They shimmer.
14.
You feel a jolt, a tingle through the air, and as you pick one up, I need you to do me a favor. Can you roll me percentiles, please?
I can. That is a 55.
55. All right. All right, you hold up a card. And as you do, you see, in horror, the card that you drew before. A yawning void stretches out across the face of the card. You can see imprinted on it in this reflective foil the screaming visage of a humanoid figure. And as the lighting crackles, you can see this figure, like a reflective hologram card, be sucked into the void. Nothing happens.
Well, what do you think?
I look at the card again, just to...
It's much nicer than the last time you drew. It's like gold leaf. Before, it was like just plain cardstock. Almost like kind of ratty, actually. Like a deck of cards that's been rifled thousands of times, whereas this looks like it's like fresh out of the box.
Yeah.
Looks quite expensive, though.
Yeah. It's great. Thank you.
Good. Well, might I...
And as he says that, you will start to feel a twist, a lurch in your stomach. And the sound of the storm will fade out. And you will feel something crackle and build inside of you, and distantly the sound of chanting in an arcane language you do not speak. And then you see the world get dark around the edges, and then you vanish. Inside of the Colosseum, King Krykos looks at the place where you were standing just a moment ago. The deck of many things tumbles to the ground, save for that one card still clutched in your hand wherever you've gone, and goes,
That was rude. She didn't even say goodbye.
and on that, we cut elsewhere in the multiverse. There is a place full of joy. There is a place full of excitement and entertainment that fills your heart with delight and feeds the wishes of every child. Lir'wen, it has taken a long time for you to track this place down, for it only arrives on Faerun once every 7 years. And here, you have found it. The carnival stretches out in front of you. This area, the day before, you were camped at over at the local tavern, where you had a great game of cards. But now, looking out, you can see that there's a winding river, more of a creek really, that flows around the edge of this carnival that was not here yesterday. It's easy enough to get a ticket. Only a handful of gold at the front gate where a small goblin chimes and lets you in. There are
Thank you.
so many.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Enjoy. Yeah, here's your ticket. It comes with 8 punches for rides and the like.
I've been trying to track this down 50 years now? You always just seem to be on different parts of Faerun when you get here. Then I tried other multiverses, but...
Hey, don't ask me. I'm just the ticket goblin. You know, if you really want to complain, I would write to Mr. Witch or Mr. Light.
Oh, I'm not complaining. It's been a fun adventure trying to track you down.
Oh, well, in that case,
It's only 50
welcome to the
years.
show.
Thanks.
Next, please.
There are so many people behind you. Hordes of children, their parents, young lovers. The place is alive in a way that few other places on Faerun or on Toril are. It is absolutely abuzz with excitement. And you can see that there's like a minecart ride down to the left of you. Tracks of roller coasters. You can see that there are bubbles floating through the sky with people riding inside of them. There is so much fried food, rotated potatoes, big balls of octopus cooked by actual octopi. There are marionettes, there are mimes, there are swan boats that give little guided tours. There's even a hall of mirrors here. But as you are walking around, there's one person that you are looking for. Do you ask directions or look for a sign or check your map?
Well, I think first off, Lir'wen goes to get some carnival food to walk around with and to eat. And then, yeah, she'll pull up a map and start kind of trying to orient herself.
Look, I want to eat it, you hear in front of you. A feminine-shaped person wearing a white mask with long plum-colored hair is standing and looking at a which shop did you go to? The ones with the churros, the one with the corn dogs? What are we talking about? Popcorn?
Probably churros.
That would absolutely be the churro place. Well, I'm curious. I would like to see what it would taste like.
It's a churro. We had some when we were down at the festival. The dead one.
Oh, were you made out with that old gnome woman?
2 churros, please.
A man about 5'6", 5'7", very stocky with long gray white hair, is going to pay for a couple of churros. Turn, look at you.
She wasn't always an old woman.
If you're into old women, I'm like 600.
I could do worse.
Thanks.
Here.
And he'll hand you his churro.
Lir'wen will give him some money back for that, and then just very, like, seductively eat a churro.
Throw a churro.
Throw a churro.
Look, I've got to take my friend around here, and, but if you're still around here in a bit, come find me.
Sure. What was her name?
Zugas. And you're?
Lir'wen.
Lir'wen.
Mm-hmm.
Bolastu medio. He'll say, pleased to meet you, in Elven.
She will, in Elven, be like, nice to meet you too.
Zugas, I want to ride the bubbles. Let's go on the bubbles. I have to. It's a... It's a work thing. And he's going to turn and walk away.
Damn it, now I have to write a Witchlight episode for Panic.
Ha ha ha. All right. So, as you are wandering through with your churro, what's the next plan on the table?
Then trying to track her down.
Okay. As you are wandering, can you please do me a favor and make me a dex save?
Oh, deck save. Let's do it. $18.
18. You're wandering through the center of the carnival, and as you do, there are so many people here. The place is alive. The place is its own organism. And as you are wandering through, you can see a stilt walker breathing fire above you. And as it does, a small child runs out right in the path of one of those 20-foot-long stilts, ready to get kicked right in the back of the head. However, with that roll, you can easily pivot and grab the child. Pull them out of the way.
I think Lir'wen very quickly activates her, like, one of her arms, and it just darts out 10 feet and...
The small child gets plucked out of the way as the stilt is pulled right through where she was standing a second ago, while the girl is pulled into your arms. It's a small child with long blonde hair that is kind of braided over and over and over into this intricate, almost like Princess Leia type of thing. We're talking like an Amidala Leia type of braiding going on. Dressed in a little smock with a little bow at the throat and both arms. She's a charming little elf girl. Like what you would look like were you only a child again. Hi.
Hi.
You've got ghost arms. Are you a ghost?
No, I'm real. This is astral arms, which are quite different.
You're not supposed to say that word.
Astral?
I've heard my mommy call someone an astral before. Don't tell her that I... Lilio! Lilio! A woman steps out of the crowd. She's an elf like you as well, but her hair is kind of cut in a short chin-length bob. It's red. Kind of maybe a little red-brown, coppery. She's dressed in a long black coat, and atop her head is a wide-brimmed hat. My God. I'm sorry, did she cause you any trouble? I didn't draw on her face, the child said. Those were there when I got here. Yes, they're called tattoos, Lily. I'm sorry, she's very precocious when she's had sugar.
She almost got skewered by a stiltwalker.
What did I tell you? She kind of shakes the kid in a playful way. What did I tell you about being safe? You have to watch where you're going. You always have to keep your eye on it. Yes, Mama. Never should have left you here. Come on, we have to go back to the target practice range, meet with your father. Nice tattoos, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I like your hair. I like your hat.
Oh, this? It's actually my husband's. He, I just stole it. You look familiar.
I get around. An elf.
Me too.
Knew we met at another elf
Genevieve?
convention. Lir'wen.
Is that your name? Lir'wen.
No, Lir'wen.
Sorry. Luthien. You just look like someone I know. All right. Thank you for saving my daughter.
I generally don't like to see just people get squished too much, but yeah, you're welcome. She should be more aware of her surroundings.
I've been trying to teach her that since day one. But maybe she'll learn. Or maybe she'll just get bopped on the head. Either way, she'll probably learn. Did you get those at the Painted Ladies booth?
No, maybe.
Oh, I just thought because there's a tattooist over there.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, if it's the same person that I'm looking for, she's done these but before. Where is she? I'm looking for her, actually.
Go past the hot dog stand and before the swans. If you've gone into the mermaid singing area, you've gone too far.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Luthien.
Not a problem. All right, come on. I cannot leave Amdir waiting. Spent all the money at the Target booth. See you. And she's going to wander back off into the crowd.
Lir'wen will wave with her arm and then her astral arm as well.
Do you head over to the booth?
Oh, yeah. With gusto.
As you open the door to the booth, you will see a familiar face. Your friend, Seraphina the Inkweaver. She is a gorgeous, well, you assume a ladrin, but who knows? Some type of fey being beyond all aging and time. There is nothing about her that gives any sense of time, save for some of her tattoos being slightly fresher than others. But as you look at her arms, it's hard not to think that she is not just a being made of black or gray-green skin, as the tattoos blend together almost in a deep sable pattern. She grins as you enter. And I have to ask, what does she sound like? What's her voice like?
Oh, goodness. I think she has a very kind of low, very seductive kind of voice. Like very just
You kept me waiting a while, haven't you, Lir'wen?
You did not make it easy to find you.
If it was easy to
Very
find
cryptic.
me, would I be as interesting?
No.
Are you ready to get that last piece completed?
Mm-hmm. I've been waiting.
And where are we doing it again? Can you
So
take off your clothes and show me where you want me to do you?
of course. And Lir'wen will just like fully just
Drop.
strip. Yeah, just strip down. And so she has done basically tattoos on her face and her arms and a little bit on like some just fun tattoos, just kind of various other parts of her body. But then Lir'wen's going to be like, I'd like to try to reach full ascension. So if you have the time, she will gesture to pretty much her pretty bare rest of her torso, body, and legs. And
It'll be a long night, but I think I can do it.
that would be most helpful, I think.
Get on the
I
table.
will. Yes, ma'am.
Now, I know that you have a very high pain tolerance, but if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to make sure that you don't twitch. The ribs are very sensitive. And as you lay down, she's going to take a couple of leg cuffs and arm cuffs and attach them to the table, and then tighten them so that you can't get off the table easily. You want me to continue the same design?
Yes, please.
This is going to hurt. I hope you're ready for that.
I think so. I think I wouldn't have got that dream if I didn't. I think it's time to awaken a new part of the self.
Well, then let's begin. And she begins tattooing you. It is an awful process. Even as much as you probably like tattooing on yourself, Robin, or on your character, the amount of tattoos that are going on this torso are particularly rough, especially over the ribs, certain areas of the breast, the hip bone. But midway through this, she's going to kind of smirk and say, I'm about to go really deep. So try not to move. And I'm sorry for what's about to happen. And as she says that, you're going to hear the sound of cloth. The drape of the tent is pulled aside, and is she here yet? Oh God! And you'll see out of the corner of your eye as a woman with long, beautiful white hair. She can't be more than mid-20s. Asian features with a strong black eyebrows. Dressed in expensive, fashionable clothing, is going to enter holding a quill and a writing pad. It's gonna, oh God, I'm sorry, I didn't think she'd be nude. Can I look? Can I? Oh wow, that's really intense. Yeah. Thanks, Seraphina. And as she says that, she's going to set a stack of gold coins on the counter and is going to scoot a chair up next to the tattooist table. Sorry, you're really hard to get a hold of. Mina Lee? I'm with the Gazette. I was hoping you could give me a quote. I'm looking to substantiate some of the stories that you have that have been kind of going on about your adventuring time. I'm particularly interested in an event with a sea serpent. And since you're not going anywhere for a while, I thought that you could maybe give me some first-hand sourcing.
You'll have to be more specific. I've been adventuring for a while, so I've encountered several sea serpents.
31 months ago, you were... Oh, no, pardon me. That is a different sea serpent. A lot of stories about sea serpents. So there was a sea serpent involving a prison transport from a prison hulk ship that it had sank, and you fought it off the coast of Candlekeep, if I'm not mistaken, along the Sword Coast.
Yep, correct.
Okay. And recently you have been in Neverwinter?
Kind of, yeah.
I heard that you actually did some cold busting and rescued several prominent figures, including a researcher from Neverwinter University and a planar researcher.
I was not aware necessarily of what universities they were affiliated with, but yes, that's right.
What can you tell me about this cult? And she is going to continue to grill you about your history and experiences. And as she does, she's going to do this for the better part of 4 hours as this tattoo is finished up. It is more agonizing than the tattooing. This woman is putting the screws to you, and as she does, the tattoo, you are just watching the tattoo fill, much like watching sand ticking out an hourglass. And right as the final swirl is beginning to go around your navel, you're just waiting 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Which I think that's probably the first time Lir'wen has ever experienced time dragging as an elf. I think that is the first time she's ever experienced that. And she's just like, I hate this. I hate this feeling.
And as she does that, you're not sure if it's from the length of the tattooing, from a little bit of the blood loss, or from this time dilation, but you're going to start to feel a sweat build up on your upper lip. Your ears are going to tingle all the way out to their tips. Your hair is going to begin to frizz and stand up in its roots. And your vision is going to begin to blacken. All right, just one more spot here. Just have to finish.
Yeah, I think
Are you okay? You're looking a little...
finish the tattoo.
Sure, just one more spot. Hold still. I've got to go deep. And as she presses into the side of your navel, you feel the entire weight of the cosmos collect on the front of your abdomen. And then it feels like you invert bodily as you vanish. There is a scratching noise as the tattoo gun plunges into the chair. Well, that was unexpected. This is going to make a great story. Dope. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm picking up that language from him. Mina will say, and actually, I think this is going to be a place for us to take a quick bathroom break. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as we reappear somewhere else in the multiverse. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vecna, Eve of Ruin, here on Dork Tales. Let's continue where we left off. Well, let's continue somewhere else in the multiverse. There is a large crowd gathered outside one of the ancient buildings of Baldur's Gate. An immense theater looms in the distance. Gaunt, as you stand outside, you're not exactly sure why one of your only old friends has asked to meet you here. What type of person is Oliver Farlight?
Oliver's a very well-traveled and cosmopolitan individual. Loves experiencing different cultures and very into the arts.
Gaunt, my friend! You hear from behind you as a very, very well-to-do half-elf dressed in a scarlet brocade is going to step out of a carriage. I couldn't have expected you to be wearing the exact same thing you wore 20 years ago. You're looking... You're still here! Thanks for agreeing to meet me. I have a present for you.
Okay. Why? You. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. Look. I owe you everything, my friend. Had you not come through here and taken out a good portion of that coven of vampires that had been infesting the Underdark, I would have been... I would have been eaten. And then the thing you did with the Cazador family, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I owe you my life, and I owe you the lives of my children and my children's children, should I ever decide to acknowledge any of them. But tonight's not about me. Tonight's about you. I want you to experience some culture. So come, be my date tonight.
There'll be plenty of time to rest when I'm dead, so why not?
You already look like you're dead on your feet. Maybe this will liven you up. Come on.
It's a joke. Let's go.
Of course. And with that, he heads inside of the opera house with you. The interior is lush and plush in deep golds and velvet reds. And as he takes you into your seat, the orchestra begins preparing. He slides into the seat next to you. It's not in the box, but it's down right before the pit. In beautiful, beautiful position to watch the entire opera in front of you.
I don't think I've ever actually been to an opera before.
Oh, my friend, trust me, you're never going to forget this one. This is going to be exactly what you need. And hundreds upon hundreds of people begin ushering into this. And as they do, some people are going to begin to fill in around you. Excuse me. I think this is my seat. Do you mind if I sit next to you? An absolutely stunning woman who is made of nothing more than curves and muscle on a slight frame. Long, cascading violet hair, dressed in a bodice that shows off her ample personality. She is going to slide into the seat next to you and say, I've never been to an opera before.
That makes two of us.
Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. My name is Gwendolyn Shafra, but you can call me Win.
Nice to meet you, Win. I'm Gaunt.
I wouldn't say that about yourself. You seem perfectly fine. Maybe a little thin. But then again, I tend to hang around with a lot of people like you. Oh, that reminds me. Honey, over here, over here. And turning around, you are going to hear clunk, clunk of the sound of someone who is wearing... God, is he wearing spurs indoors? There's something about the man that walks down the aisle looking for his partner. He has a long aquiline nose, or actually a Roman nose. Long black hair that is slicked back, long about to chin length. A broad scar across his cheek and chin, and he's dressed in full black. He looks like the type of man who's uncomfortable out of armor. You couldn't find us any seats further away? No, this is in the front. This is the best place to be. It's nice and center. I can see everything, and I can even see that horn go tootling. Hi! He's going to slide down into his chair, turn and look at you. Warlock,
What's it to you?
we can smell our own. This play had better be worth it.
Do you know what this is supposed to even be about?
Didn't you get a program?
No, my friend just invited me.
Sorry, he's being terribly rude. This is Harwar, and this is Gaunt. Oh, and he has a
And
program.
this is Oliver.
Oliver's seat is completely empty.
Son of a bitch.
You can see that he's 2 rows up, flirting with what appears to be a pair of divorced twins. At least you hope they're divorced. Either way, their husbands aren't here. And he is flirting with them quite voraciously. And as you turn back, a program is going to be thrust into your hand. And can you do me a favor and make me an intelligence roll?
Intelligence roll?
Yep.
Well, you'll be happy to know I did not get a 4 this time.
Yay!
That will be a 15.
There, in the program in your hand, is the Dark Night of Om. And as you are looking at it, you start flipping through it and see that it is an opera written about you. Story by Oliver Farlight with lyrical accompaniment by Raldric Ravenwhisper. The Dark Knight of Om tells the story of a legendary hero who freed Om's capital city from golems with the ability to control the minds of those that they encounter.
Oh no.
The chair to your right squeaks. It looks like Oliver struck out with the ladies.
What? You didn't tell me that this was your play.
You turn, and instead of Oliver, you see an impossibly large-bosomed woman with long, cascading dark curls. Looks up at you. I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry. My friend was sitting there, but don't worry. I doubt he needs the seat.
This play's about you? I can be your friend.
Well, we're here now. May as well enjoy it.
That's the spirit. So you're the Dark Knight of Om.
I think there's been a lot of liberties taken with what actually happened.
Isn't that the way it always is? Well, Dark Knight. What a pleasure to meet you. What's the knight's real name?
You can call me Gaunt.
You can call me Ferrex. If you're lucky. She gives you a wink, and as she does, the curtains prepare to open. And you, I need you to do me a favor and make me a wisdom save.
Oh gosh. All right. Oh wow. Wisdom is actually one of my good saves, so that'll be a 22.
A 22. You managed to sit through this entire 3-hour-long opera. It tells the story of a dark knight who rode into the city of Atla, the city of coin, the crown jewel of Om's kingdom. And there was evil afoot. Strange, golemic lasers controlling people's minds. Plunging it into chaos and ruin. But this dark knight came to liberate the city, and perhaps to liberate his own chained heart. There is a surprisingly erotic love ballad in the middle of it that you're pretty sure didn't happen. You're really sure didn't happen. And as you are watching this, it tells this epic story that is full of love and sex and tragedy. And in the end, of course, you save the city, or at least the Dark Knight does, only to lose his lady love and be fueled into vengeance by her loss. next to you as you are watching this climax in front of you. You are going to hear, "It's so beautiful." As the girl with the purple hair, Wynn, her name was, blows into a handkerchief, sobbing. Next to her, you see that goth try-hard boyfriend of hers just holding it in, but rivers pouring down his cheeks, splitting what paling makeup he's wearing.
That's not how it happened. What?
How did it happen? You feel a soft breath next to your ear.
There was... No, let's just... I'm just gonna watch the rest of this, and then leave.
Can you do me a favor and make me a perception roll?
Sure.
Okay.
That will be perception. Where is that? That's a 24.
24. You are going to feel Ferrix, the woman next to you, slide up and press your arm between her cleavage, and she's going to whisper in your ear, "What a hero. So strong. Too bad you're wanted in several counties and realms and planes." And you're going to hear click, 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 click as a pair of manacles clips to one of your hands. And you're going to see that she's handcuffed you to herself. Let's finish the show and then we can make this go the easy way. Or, if you're really nice, we could do this the really hard way. She puts her hand on your knee. What do you do?
I'm gonna look over, try and see where Oliver is, if I can see him anywhere.
You cannot, but as you are looking around, the play is going to end, the opera is going to end, and the lights are going to go up on stage, and there's going to be a raucous amount of applause as Oliver strides onto stage. Thank you, thank you! And we could not have done this without the hero of the evening who is actually here amidst us tonight. The inspiration for the Dark Knight of Arm himself, the legendary hero, Gaunt. He gestures down at you, and the crowd erupts, standing at attention. That's right, smile and nod, she whispers in your ear. What do you do?
I'm gonna use Dimension Door.
Sounds good. Where are you dimension dooring?
Out. As far away outside the entrance as I can go.
So is dimension door line of sight?
Nope.
Okay. So you are going to dimension door, vanishing.
And I was gonna say, let's take this bounty hunter with me.
Okay.
If they're willing.
Sure, she's willing. All right, you are going to poof, and the sound of the opera vanishes behind you. "Oh, that's a neat trick," she says as you stand out on the streets of Baldur's Gate. "So I'm guessing you're not going to come quietly?"
What made you think that this would be that easy?
Everything's easy in my hands. You've done a lot of bad things. You've done a lot of good things. Let's not add to the wrong column tonight, okay? She reaches toward her pocket, pulls out a sending stone. 2 back to the Citadel, and as she says that, you're going to hear a ringing in your ears. and the sound of chanting. Kuro, Yama.
I'm gonna summon my sword.
You summon your sword. Now we're talking, she says with a smile, as you begin to see the teleportation magic cling to the side of her and you. But as that occurs, you pull your sword and everything begins to fade to black. And then you vanish. Ferric stands in the square looking around, the handcuff dangling off of her wrist. Well, crap. I'm still gonna get you, she says as she vanishes back to the Radiant Citadel. And with that, let's cut across the multiverse one more time. Can I get Rosie to roll initiative, please?
Uh-oh. That is 19.
19. All right, let's roll for our friend. So you have top initiative. Rosie, the ancient temple in front of you is completely full of traps and debris and all manner of horrible things that would likely kill a lesser archaeologist slash adventurer slash, graduate of Strix, whatever. You are not just anybody, though. You are Rosie Thistledrop, and unfortunately, you are not alone here, because in your quest here to uncover the Celestial Forge, you were tracked by the former Professor Montague, an aging human woman with a lust for power who believes that she can use the Celestial Forge to build an army and live forever. Luckily, while she has you
Get a cleric on payroll who'll cast resurrection on you. Doesn't need an army.
It's true, but the Celestial Forge can make anything if you provide it with enough power, which is probably why you stole the key to it. And are pinned down behind several...
Found.
It's
It's
fine.
a difference of opinion.
So, we're going to cut to you, hunkered down behind a fallen pillar, the sound of guiding bolts being fired over your head by two shield guard, well, not guiding bolts, but more like radiant bolts, we'll say, by some modified shield guardians that she always has, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, to her left and right, as they start firing over and over, taking chunks of the marble slab above you. You can hear her voice ring out, "Rosie! You can just give it to me. I pay handsomely for it. Come now. What's a little army between friends?"
Friends?
Colleagues, rivals, whatever you have. Come now. I guest lectured you at Strix whatever.
While she's distracting a little bit and behind the pillar, I would like to cast invisibility
Okay.
on Boom Boom and send him up to walk in front of her before casting flamethrower in her face.
Okay. Sounds good. So Boom Boom is going to sneak up. And look, she's standing kind of in the middle between her shield guardians, wearing a very, very sleek, black trench coat that buttons across the collar, in one of those, the side buttons, the single breast.
Yeah.
Come now. You know you can't escape. My men are moving around the sides. Soon, I will take that key from your corpse.
Did you take lessons in classic evil villain or something?
Lessons? Darling, I wrote the book. And Boom Boom's within range.
Yeah, he's gonna flamethrow on her.
All right, I'm gonna say deck save with disadvantage. That's a nat 1. All right. Boom Boom is going to launch fire at her from a strategic location and is also going to hit the Shield Guardians, which I actually failed both of their saves.
Nice. Do you want me to actually roll damage, or are we narrating this?
You can roll damage. I want to see how good it is.
Okay. It's max.
Oh God. Oh God. All right.
I mean, that's only 16. but...
Flame, well, that's 32 for her because she botched. So Flame is going to explode out, catching her smock ablaze, and she's going to scream, going, "Ah, Scheisse! You fucking bitch!" And she's going to stop and dropping and rolling. She drops to the ground and starts putting her fire out while the shield guardians are like batting themselves. They're going to start firing into the pillar that you're going to have partial cover. So that's going to be one of them is going to explode a part of the pillar next to your head. Another is going to fire and it's going to graze your arm in a rather heroic fashion, singeing and burning along your belt. And as that occurs and you prepare your next thing, you're going to feel a vibration in your hip. Your sending stone's going off.
Kind of busy. What?
Hello? You hear a voice on the other end of the line. And do you have one of the sending stones with like a facial screen? I think you do.
Oh, probably.
Okay. So
not really
turning,
looking at it too much.
so you glance over at it and you're going to see that there is a rather squat man, probably in his like mid 40s, kind of slightly graying black hair in a horseshoe pattern that clings to a sweaty bald head. He's got quite a bit of a double chin and a pair of spectacles on the tip of a rather dwarfish nose, even though he's a human. And he's gonna look at you and go, "Look, if this is a bad time, kid, I can call back later, but I thought you wanted to hear the results of your application. This is, you did apply for the Edagon internship?"
Oh, hey, nice. One sec. Can you tell me where they are? I'm just gonna hold it around the corner quickly. But yeah, we can talk. We can talk. I'd love to hear.
35 degrees, 34 degrees for the shield guardian on the left, 52 for the one on the right, and there's a dame on fire rolling on the ground.
Excellent.
And boop, boop. All right, what do you do?
I'm not quite high enough level yet to have Dimension Door. Damn it. Do I have anything else going on? I have the Wings of Flying.
You do.
Which is great. Potentially that. Do I have anything else good? Not really. She wants to try and figure out a clever, cool way to grab the thing and get out while maybe like collapsing stuff behind her.
Sounds good. There is a large support pillar that is holding up part of the roof, kind of strangely, diagonally right near the shield guardians. If you had a shatter spell or something that could disrupt it, it looks like it's weak enough.
Okay.
Shatter, fireball,
yes, I do in fact have shatter and it's auto prepared.
Okay, if you cast shatter at the base of it and roll enough damage, you could do some serious shit.
Just want to check what other stuff. All right, you know what? I think she's probably going to cast a Chardalon Stride on herself.
Okay.
Run to grab the thing and then cast Shatter at the pillar while trying to get out. Because that
now those are two leveled spells, so it's going to take 2 rounds to do that.
Yes, but yeah. So bonus action to cast that, running to go grab the thing, trying to dodge stuff, and then cast it to distract on the way out.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and roll me damage for the shatter. I'm going to take a couple pot shots at you. Ooh, okay, that's actually going to be a hit.
What the hell shatter does? Oh. Rude.
All right, you're going to take 15 points of force damage as one of the bolts is going to like hit you right in the lower back as you use a Charlatan stride to burn it across the room.
Uh, 20 points of damage on the shatter.
Okay, that's
As
double
long as,
because it's an inanimate object.
Yes. Oh no, inanimate has a disadvantage on saving throw.
Oh, that's
'Cause
right.
It's a con save throw.
Well, that's definitely going to be a fail. All right. There is going to be an explosion as you... How do you use shatter? Is it just another bullet in the chamber?
You know what? I think it's like
Like
it's
a
like a
rocket launcher?
flashbang
Okay.
type thing. It's a grenade that doesn't really do that too much. It's kind of concussive.
So anyway, look, kid, I got your application, and you know you forgot to date it, right?
Did I?
Yeah, you
matter?
forgot. No, it's fine. It's fine. Look, but what I'm worried about
I'm still
is,
alive, if that matters.
But-
So
I mean, that's very helpful. By the way, Duck. Oh, good. That killed a 19. All right,
Nice.
another rocket is going to fire over your shoulder as you hurl the bomb. It's going to blow up, taking one of the pillars. That's going to collapse down, taking out one of the shield guardians. That's going to go.
by the way, moving right now with the
Oh,
spell
no.
up doesn't provoke.
Oh, perfect. So look, if you're interested in it, your internship, this would be a paid internship, of course, which would cover your room and board. As we delve, honestly, I really like your work with mechanisms. We're going to be doing some work on the Warforge relocation project.
All right. How do you handle intellectual property rights? As she's kind of running at the same time.
Well, usually we do publication with an et al, but you know, like, it is you'd be working under Edagon. You know, you'd be working under me. So usually it would be a 49-51 split.
All right.
But that's all part of the contract. Should I just send
Sounds
that over
good.
to your person?
Yeah.
Do you have a person, or is it just you?
I had a person at one point, but I'm not sure if they're still doing it. I have a house though, in Neverwinter.
Oh, I hate Neverwinter.
Yeah, it was kind of shitty, but they gave me a house.
Yeah, they ripped
Just
me
for
off
rescuing
on some lighting I did for them.
Oh,
That's okay. I use substandard copper.
are you the one who made the steam lights?
Yeah, they didn't pay.
Okay, fair.
So I
They
imported
paid
some
me to
copper
fix
from a
them.
guy named E. Nazir. Real good
Yeah.
discount.
Nice, nice. Yeah, they paid me to fix them, so good job.
Hey, always
Could use
happy.
that. It was not that hard to fix, so it was great.
All right. And as you're saying that, you can see that the pillar has fallen over, leaving a huge gap in the ceiling that you could fly out of. And you're going to hear, Rosie! It's just me and you now!
Fuck off, bitch! Grab the thing and fly.
What do you mean, fuck off, bitch?
You're a bitch and I don't want to know you!
Oh, for fuck's sake, fireball. Make me a deck save.
Natural fucking 20! Rosie's so fucking cool!
God damn it. Okay, so she's going to go, you know what? Fuck you. Fireball! And is going to hurl a fireball directly at the hole in the ceiling that you're flying out of, which is actually going to cause a chain reaction that drops the ceiling on her and the remaining shield guardian as you fly out. which is going
I
to
got this
bury. It's going to bury the rest of the Celestial Forge. You do have the activation key, though, meaning that this ancient Doomsday weapon will not fall into the hands of evil yet again.
Nice. Do you want to do an expedition to uncover the Celestial Forge at some point? I've
Oh,
got
that
the
old
key.
thing. Yeah, I suppose we could.
That seems cool. It's kind of neat.
That's all right. I mean,
Just
you
didn't
know.
want Bitchface to get it.
So anyway, I'll send you papers over to Neverwinter as you're flying over the desert. You start to feel a little dizzy, leaving a trail of fire behind you.
Whew.
Hey, you doing all right? Your eyes are going a little wiggly.
Yeah, I feel kind of funny.
Yama, Kuna,
You hear that? Is that you?
That's not
Just
me.
gonna look around like something's whispering.
Are you okay? Look, I'll send over the information. You'll start at the 10 day, okay? And kid, you're breaking up. And as he says that, the edge of your vision is going to go black. Roxy, Rosie, whatever your name is, are you? And suddenly, you vanish. Your sending stone tumbles to the ground beneath you. Hello? Edagon says, half buried in sand. Hello? She'll call back. And with that, where do we go from here? There we go.
Which, yes, chat, I did leave Boom Boom behind, but Boom Boom probably got crushed.
Boom Boom's
So-
attuned. Boom Boom's attuned to you, so Boom Boom would appear with you.
But I can also just recreate Boom Boom in like
That's
no
fair.
time flat.
Okay.
Because you can... Actually, I would have had it blow up in her face to further distract her, because you can tell
okay.
it to self-destruct.
Fair.
So, and then I'll just create Boom Boom 12.5. Or probably at this point, like 59.4.
You feel the world wink out of existence, all of you. The sound of chanting echoes in your mind. And with a flash of multicolored light, the world winks out of existence. Nothingness envelops your senses, though you feel the thrum of magic rushing like an electric spark through your veins. When you regain focus, you stand in a plush, candlelit parlor. A stately woman in blue robes leans toward you, her brow furrowed in confusion and concern. In the blurry background stand a frowning woman in a flowing black dress and a bald man tugging in confusion at his high crimson collar. The beautiful woman leaning toward you turns her head back and forth as she crinkles her brow at you. Behind her, the woman in black sneers. You can't be the answer to our wish.
Whoa, who the fuck are you?
Can I get everybody to make me a history roll? And suddenly, you are all in the same room together. Lir'wen is naked, Rosie is covered in dust and battered, Imogen is holding a card in one hand and is battered from a battle, and Gaunt is just Gaunt.
I got my sword out.
Yeah, your sword out.
Me too.
Lir'wen has her hair is long enough that it tastefully covers certain areas. If the camera's doing waist up shots,
Nice.
then like a corner of a table is tastefully placed in front of other areas. Oh, she's also probably pretty fucking bloody from the fresh tattoo that she's
That's
now
fair.
fully covered in.
28 for
For
history.
history?
28 for history.
I got a 10.
You got a 10?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
6.
6. All right. The two of you have no idea what is going on, but as soon as you look around, Rosie and Lir'wen, you're going to have no difficulty recognizing who these three are. The one leaning over you is a gorgeous woman with bronze-colored skin, long cascading platinum white hair, beautiful blue eyes, and a blue dress to match that is outlined in shining gold. She's holding a statue of a unicorn, a gold dragon. It's kind of hard to tell. But she, you are immediately going to be able to tell, is Lady Alustriel Silverhand, one of the chosen of Mystra. Formerly the leader of Silvery Moon. The man standing at the back is dressed in garish purple and blue robes. His head is completely shaved down to the scalp, but he has a very smart and very sharp goatee and mustache. Both of you will immediately recognize Mordenkainen, the wizard responsible for the spells like Magnificent Mansion and Faithful Watchhound. And finally, at the back, you will see a woman with long, wild hair beneath a broad, witch-brimmed hat, a low-cut top, and a black dress. She has a little mark on her cheek, a tattoo more than anything, and you will immediately as well recognize her as none other than Tasha, the witch, known for Tasha's hideous laughter.
Huh.
And as you
Wait,
were...
I do know who the fuck you are.
That's, it's very helpful then.
By the way, I'm a big fan of the caustic brew spell. Mwah, it's really good.
Thanks. Big fan of it myself.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Um,
It's a good spell to have to your name.
I like this one.
does my tattoo get finished? Lir'wen's gonna look down at her navel.
There's like a
She checks-
tiny bit that you think could probably be finished. Oh, dear, do you need clothing?
Did you know you were naked?
No, I'm okay. That's fine.
All right.
Unless you guys are uncomfortable.
Good
Why
to
are we
see
here?
some familiar faces.
So,
Uh,
Tasha of the spells, Mordenkainen of the mansion, magnificent, and Lady Silverhand, Mistress chosen. They're quite famous people.
almost
I've
as
never heard of
famous
them.
as us, you hear a voice from behind you say, as Osric
there's more?
looms into view.
Oh, Osric, okay. Phew.
He's wearing a bathrobe.
Osric,
was
it's
anyone
good to
else,
see you.
Yeah, yes, well, a few seconds earlier you would have seen a lot more of me. Let's just put it that way. Imogen. Thanks to, he's gonna cross his legs and sit down. I was at a sauna.
Healing spells or painkillers. I'm in a great amount of pain right now.
I see. Yes,
Oh,
of course.
sure. Here. She'll smack a spell on you of cure wounds.
You do the thing where like you hit the sunburn with like the aloe where it finishes like hurt and then it's like starts that cooling sensation. It's like
Oh yeah, totally. It's like a healing balm instead of like
yeah.
a normal spell.
Yeah.
There are also healing
It's kinda
potions
like
inside
that.
of the desk behind you if you need anything, Lady
So she'll just
Silverhand
smack you with
says.
it.
Oh, that stinks. Oh, that stinks. Oh, okay.
It's better than the other one, which she'd shoot you with.
That's fair. I appreciate the not getting shot. I've been stabbed.
I mean, it was healing, so it would feel better.
millions of times. Yeah, but the impact, his skin's quite sensitive, especially around the. I'm gonna put clothes on just because I don't want anyone accidentally touching. It stings.
Yeah, I've heard pet hair is terrible for those things. Imogen's gonna go get a healing potion.
There's like a bunch in a case next to the desk.
I'm just gonna drink them till I can get full health.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
I'm gonna look at
Cool.
the wizards. Just say, where are we?
I'm sorry, I was caught a bit off guard. Let me introduce myself.
You're caught
am
off guard. You summoned us.
not intentionally. You are in the city known as Sigil. You are in my sanctum. I am, as your friend says, Lady Alustriel Silverhand. I mean you no harm, neither do my friends Mordenkainen and Tasha. Who knows, I might mean them just a little bit of harm, Tasha will say. As a treat.
Oh, well, if it's a treat, I suppose that's okay.
I'm terribly sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen. We were in the process of casting a powerful spell, and instead of performing as expected, it summoned you.
What were you hoping to happen? Would happen?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the Archlich Vecna?
I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Also,
connected?
don't listen to the Gazette. They're doing a weird fluff piece on me. I think I about the cult of Vecna, but
I see.
Yeah, we totally took down some cultists while saving some people that they were like sacrificing.
we stopped a ritual, so
Yeah.
that might have been important.
I've been helping the planes, trying to hunt as many of them down as I can.
That may be it then. There is a chance that then... She looks back at her friends that kind of shrug. Particularly the one known as Mordenkainen, the man watches you, tugging on his collar and occasionally stroking his goatee as he watches you with a hawkish look. Gaunt, you feel he
Rosie's gonna
particularly is
cross her eyes at
watching
him.
you.
I'll stare right.
If you have a link to Vecna, there is a chance that our spell... We were attempting to cast a wish spell.
Ooh,
Wait,
ouch, that's
we
when those go
appeared?
awry.
Instead of a warrior
Yes.
wish.
I was worried about this, the chance that it would not be able to, even with the three of us combined, affect someone as powerful as Vecna. Instead, it, being unable to fulfill its parameters, it instead found beings tied to Vecna and brought them here to Sigil.
That's the place with all the portals, right?
Good thing I didn't grab a bunch of cultists for you. That would have sucked.
Yes, it would have been most unfortunate. I'm terribly sorry to have brought you here like this. We were working together to try to stop him. Through... well... A while back, I discovered a strange magical pulse that was potentially ripping through the universe, the weave itself. And not just our universe, but the multiverse. All realms, all places, all people. I did research, and I tied it back. I followed it to the one known as Vecna. I learned that his activity spanned multiple realms, and throughout my investigation, I discovered a sobering truth. The Archlich is using stolen secrets that his cult siphons away from the unwilling, and in doing so has created a reservoir of incredible amounts of power.
Secrets?
We stopped some secrets, siphoned some secrets, I guess, ourselves.
Really?
Learn some?
I think so.
What would that even mean?
We can stop him. We can steal his secrets, steal his power.
I hope so. What's most disturbing of all, though, this pulse has recently stopped. Or at least my ability to detect it has stopped. Which leads me to believe that he is preparing to use its power for a heinous purpose. If my calculations are correct, the power that Vecna holds could unravel the entire universe. The multiverse itself.
Huh.
I don't like the universe.
And if knowing Vecna, like we do, he would use this power to elevate himself above all others and bend the multiverse to his will forever.
Just seems so pointless.
That sounds like someone's trying to be a god.
More like the god of gods, Tasha's going to say.
Yeah.
Lady Silverhand's going to grip the edge of her desk
Asshole
suddenly.
style? Because everybody's got the choice to worship a god. It doesn't sound like we get much of a choice in this case.
Are you okay, Lady Silverhand?
Is anyone here proficient in Arcana or Medicine?
Nope.
Arcana.
They just cast a wish spell. And as you look at them, you can imagine that their arcane energy must be nigh completely drained at the moment. 3 of the most powerful wizards in the multiverse. And she is exhausted. Is anyone here proficient in medicine?
No. I kind of feel like maybe you guys should take a nap and have something to eat before
No,
we
we
keep
must.
talking.
We must prepare.
Yes, but if you collapse or kill yourself trying to do that, because you don't rest after casting something like Wish, then the rest of us are kind of boned. So
I take offense to that.
take a short break? You can be boned too, Gaunt. It's okay. It'll be all of us. You're just extra boned. Considering you're already bony.
No, we must stay and plan. There must be something that we can... And as she kind of leans into the table, you're going to hear a... I have an alternative plan, Mordenkainen says. He strides over across the room to a cabinet full of magic items and plucks from it a silver chime. He then approaches you, displays it, dangling in front of you. Do you see this?
Oh, it's shiny.
I was worried that perhaps our wish spell wouldn't stop one as powerful as Vecna. Illustria, please forgive me, but I did plan a contingency. Vecna is too powerful to stop directly at this point. However, no power is absolute. I suspect Vecna will be vulnerable while he weaves his ritual. If you can confront and weaken him, this chime of exile can banish him back to his home plane of Earth. He would no longer be able to affect multiple realms at once. His plan to remake the multiverse would fail. His eyes gleam a little bit with that power hunger of wizards, with that excitement of magic. There is an artifact.
How long would that stop him for?
Yeah, wouldn't he just come back?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Well, from there he could be taken care of. Another wish spell or something more. This ritual would take
Anytime.
much of his energy.
Okay, so how does the thing work?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he must be weakened first. Luckily, there is an artifact that is, I believe, the only way to weaken him so that this chime can be used against him. An ancient artifact called the Rod of Seven Parts. Unfortunately, its component pieces are scattered across existence. While my esteemed colleagues researched the magic needed to cast a wish spell powerful enough to stop Vecna, I looked into finding the rod's pieces, should we need them. The first piece is deep in the Underdark, somewhere inside a hidden safe house for worshippers of the demon god Lolth. Web's Edge, it's called. Find that first piece of the rod, my friends. The portal on the dais will take you to it. Once you locate the first piece, the magic inherent in the artifact will point you to the second piece, and then to the third, and so on. This sanctum's portal reacts to powerful magic, such as this artifact, so as you find each piece, this portal will lead you to the next. No need to use another key. The most recent piece of the rod will suffice. There's no time to waste. Once you've reassembled the rod, we can all confront Vecna and stop his heinous plan. You'll be the heroes of the multiverse. How does that sound?
Cool, great. Can we waste enough time to get, like, outfitted? Because I was in the middle of something else. Fuck, there goes my internship. Ugh, wrote that 100-page application for nothing. Damn.
Very.
Do you know Edagon?
Really? You're interning with him? Tasha is going to sneer.
It's not like you do one.
Sure I do. Do you want to go down to hell? I do excellent internships in the Abyss.
All right, what's your intellectual property division seem like? And what's the pay scale?
Mostly soul coins.
Okay, those can sell for a fair amount.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I just need to get properly dressed instead of.
I need to be restocked. Any chance of healing potions?
I said before, they're just right over there.
Oh,
Anything
excellent.
you need.
Rosie's gonna start stashing her bag with whatever you'll allow
Listen.
me to take.
If you need anything else from the sanctum, I also have a collection of magic items, anything you might require. If you're doing this for me, I'm so sorry. I wish that I could accompany you. I wish that we were strong enough to do so now. To rely on
Got
you.
a purple sword anywhere?
I'm getting to explore and find an ancient artifact. I'm sorry, this is great.
Did anybody take
Yeah.
the?
And if I
thing that
survive, I might get an internship. This is cool. I'm good with this.
Did anybody take the thing that Mordenkainen was holding out?
If
you
it's
wish.
held in front of Rosie's face, she'll take it, but otherwise...
Mordenkainen will release it into your hand. If you lose that, though, be warned, it is one of the only things that is capable of sending him back to Earth.
Can I?
Sophie...
May I see that?
Yeah, here. What about you hold on to it until we complete the staff thing, and then we come back and get it?
This seems much more appreciable. I doubt that anyone would be able to assail the Sanctum Sigil. Or the Sigil Sanctum. What did you end up calling this place? It's just my sanctum. There's nothing really special about it. It's not like that wizard over the Sanctum Sanctorum. This is different. Listen, I'm very sorry. I wish that we could accompany you. Feel free to use my sanctum as much as you need. Take anything that you require.
Can we like
Lady.
come back and forth between places?
Yes.
We just have to what? Open the key with the portal? But then also take us to the next place? I'm confused.
Whenever you find the next piece of the rod, it should bring you back here.
Excellent.
But you're right. You shouldn't be expected to do this alone.
Uh-huh. Can I have library access?
Of course. Anything you need. But it would be cruel of me to send you without a guide. I have an agent that I can send alongside of you here, and I will do my best to find one for each of the realms that you must travel. Let me summon him. And she raises a hand, and a figure is going to enter the room. With long white hair, enters the room. Please describe yourself to us, Traz.
He is 6'1", dressed in all black and silver, a wide ascot, has a golden ring on his right ring finger, a floral ring on his left ring finger, with piercing blue eyes.
This is my aide, my agent and my friend, Telbron. He will be able to guide you in your journey and show you around the sanctum while I rest. He is a trusted friend.
Greetings. I'm taking the wish didn't go as planned.
Ta-da!
Unfortunately not.
It was us.
We're their wish, apparently.
Telbron, if you could please show them around the sanctum, prepare them, and as soon as you're ready, we will open the gate to Webb's Edge.
Understood.
Rosie's gonna bound up, try and loop her arm through yours and be like, so I hear there's a library.
If you don't mind, I want to take some time with the chime to make sure I know how to use it first before I return it to you.
Of course, take as long as you need, but don't take too long. We have to stop a Gaunt, Mordenkainen says with a twinkle.
Magic items, right?
Right that way. And as you head down to grab your magic items and prepare, I think that's where we're going to call game for tonight. Welcome to game.
Oh my God!
God damn it!
This is one way to get a leg up the competition.
Yeah, we're gonna get a leg up on Vecna.
It's true. Welcome, Telbron.
So he had a ring on his left finger, eh? Nice. Nell is gonna be very upset that you left her, but you know.
Nell's busy.
Go help.
Nell's busy. He's doing his work. He's doing his work in Sigil. You know, you guys have a multiversal empire to take over.
So I guess the question is does Rosie recognize a fellow Strix alumnus?
Oh, I think there's.
I don't know. He's considered a legend of Strixhaven.
He's a legend of Strixhaven. Yeah, he was a legend of Strixhaven back when you were a student there. So yes, absolutely.
Nice.
I think you met him during that session, actually.
Excellent.
Did she? I didn't get to see that one.
I think she might have. All right, so
I have no idea.
For those of you who don't know, Telbron is a character from our Strixhaven game. And, you know, is going to be helping out in the multiverse for a bit.
Did he show up in the drinking game?
Oh my God, I love it. I'm so excited. Is it Friday yet?
It's going to be Friday next week. But speaking of which, folks, we'll be back next Friday here on Vecna, Eve of Ruin, as we head into into Webb's Edge to do a little cold busting, because this entire game is cold busting. A big thank you to everybody who made this possible. A big thank you to Traz
That's our party name. Our party name is the Cold Busters.
Cold Busters. Traz with his 5-minute cameo.
Yeah, thanks for getting up in costume for that.
We've been working on this for a while.
No problem. Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be...
Check the chat. I know. I realize now.
Ben is currently yelling at me in chat.
Mwahahahaha. It is wonderful to have you all here. Thanks so much for tuning in and for watching. Big thank you to our divine producer, my mom. Hi, Mom. Thank you very much. Our demonic producers, Precarious, Mysterium MK, and Sorcerer Sanguine. Our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Karasha Urquhart. Soul Omen's our monster maker. And our High Council of the Patreon must be thanked as well. That's Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Mike Baxter, Iridian, Brian Kaler, and Nerdy Metal Gent. We'll be back next week with more Telbron and the Cult Busters here on Dork Tales. Until then, we'll see you very soon, and be sure to come back on Sunday for more Dreams of Arcos. And if you're on the Patreon, Technocracy Zero Sum. Good night, everybody.
With also the special guest.
With also a special guest. Yeah, Traz is just getting a lot of. He's really
just...
he's getting around.
We're just dragging him into more and more games. That's all.
All right. Now everybody go figure out how many NPC cameos we had tonight.
Random's already on it. Don't worry.
Good. Good.
That was fantastic.
Yeah,
Wiki
that was
updated.
great.
It's a multiverse, folks. What are you going to do?
So at this point, I think you guys are going to have to drag Rosie out of the library before she's ready to move on.
Oh God, you are, because there's a special quick rule that they have about the library that you're going to love. But we'll talk about that next episode here on Dork Tales. Good night, everyone.